Hello YouTube, this is Mickey D bringing you episode 92 of Stationeers. I can do a mining run tonight, and if anybody wants to pop on and help, more than welcome. Loading into the world right now. Oh, it should hopefully show up. Thank you. And random dead bodies. Awesome. And that sounds like a torch is on. No. Maybe it's just the air vent. Okay. It just seems a little weird. So there was an update. I think they did actually did an update on the public branch. But one thing I just saw that they added is, I'm assuming it's in here. They have added an outer layer for the base. Oh, right there. Composite, which is iron, which we have a ton of. I wonder how much that stacks. Hopefully it stacks to quite a high number. Hey, MacGyver. So, you can, like, I guess there's 12 different kinds. So, it blocks sunlight, but it does not block atmosphere. And they only stack to 10, which is really, really, really going to be annoying. Because if you're going to clad the base, it's going to take quite a bit. No, not one extra. Of course. And then they've also added flags, which I guess have 2 times the render distance of the frames. And I guess the idea is you can go out, plant them in the ground, and you can plant a trail of them, so that if your tracker goes dead, you can find your way back to your base. It still seems like, I think I would just take a portable solar panel with me, and then I just charge the battery in the tracker. But that's, I guess, just one way of doing it. Yeah, and then there was a few little bug fixes that they did. And if I'm going outside, I should have just grabbed the drill and the mining belt anyway. I didn't think about it. I went to play with the new blocks. And I will have to check, because supposedly we do have the some of the angled blocks and stuff now. Oh yeah, one of the bug fixes was, I guess, if you change the map while the sun is transitioning from, like, if you change the world from, like, Moon to Mars, it wouldn't update or something. The stars wouldn't show up or something. So, not any earth-shattering changes there. And that seemed to depressurize pretty quick. And I believe all these are paintable as well. Really? Really? Did my doors reverse? Okay. Yeah, my doors reversed. Well, there's an interesting bug. Yeah, that would definitely work. No, we don't want to pressurize. Let's try this again. Oh, I could have ran and grabbed the mining belt. Oh well. Yeah, the RTG'd and wire tracker. Yeah, well, I think they were talking about not the beacon, but the actual handheld tracker. So, like, if you have your tracker tablet and it goes dead, then you can follow flags back. But again, portable solar panel and pop the battery out, charge it, and you're back on your way. And close enough. And you can actually thank you for opening the right doors this time. So we get all different kinds of stuff. We can do rounded. And then obviously rounded. So it doesn't hold atmosphere in, so you would still need your walls on the inside. Which means your base would end up being like huge. Yeah. Interesting. For it being clad, I guess you can do all kinds of decorative stuff with it, but you can just do the regular flat panels. Which, why does it show up as orange? Okay. I think I'd definitely be painting those. I don't really think having an orange base on an orange planet is going to be all that great. It does make it nice and smooth, though. Look at that. It's like stuccoing the base. Yeah, I do kind of like them. I think it's definitely going to be kind of one of those things you're going to have to, I don't know, maybe plan out a little bit. Oh, that's kind of interesting. The corners clip. But they still don't have anything on the corners on these. As far as things go, that's actually not bad. But, hopefully one of these days. Oh, that's kind of interesting because it does make it all nice and smooth. And I wonder, I'm assuming you can probably... Oh, look, now we don't have wiring and stuff and pipes on the outside of the base. So that's kind of neat. I definitely have to paint it a different color, though. Interesting. I probably won't worry about the ceiling because we won't see it anyway. It'd be interesting to find out how durable it is, because we could, that would let us paint, like, the landing pad. Oh, one short. Well, that's kind of nice. It'll make it, very, they're not airtight. No. Yeah, Mars camo. Yes. Yes, it is. It's obviously, I'm pretty sure that they've used the same color. No, they're not airtight. They said they do block the sun, but they are not airtight. Oh, so I wonder, that means we could enclose radiators in them, because if they're not airtight, then it would still let it outgas the gases, or radiate the heat, but it would not. It would block them from the sun. So there's probably a good use for them. Is that door is the door leaking again? Like, because the base is not pressurizing. Really? We just cannot win with that. All right. Reload the world, and hopefully it'll fix that again. Oh, I could have actually gone over the update notes, but we'll get back in the game. We'll get mining done so we can get some more stuff done. I think it's mainly copper. I mean, we have a ton of iron. Like, I don't know, 1,000 or so. And copper, maybe some gold. Okay. Okay, pressure is increasing. So it should no longer be leaking. All right, so let's, we need the mining belt. And I guess we'll do a big run. So we'll go in, grab some other belts as well. And we've got the drill. I'm not going to use the freaking... Oh, I should change my battery out, I guess. Yeah, we're going to leave that in there. And how are we doing for tanks? We're doing okay. Well, we can go ahead and might as well top off the jetpack. If we've got... No, we don't. No, I have a whole bunch of half-filled ones. Oh, let's go ahead and shut all these off again so we're not killing power. That one, yeah, should stay off. We've actually dropped finally below the AC. And we'll let those two run. All right. And that looks like the base is actually warming up. So we should be good there. Oh, I didn't check the... Yeah, we're fine on that. All right. Nuclear battery. Thank you. And we'll grab some mining belts. Oh, we could put the... we don't need the other tracker on us. I don't think we're going to fill up all these, but we might. I'll probably collect any gases we come across too, since we definitely use some more of those. And I should check in. I should not store that in there anyway, because I keep yeah, we're good. Yeah, I got a large battery in there, so I almost never have to replace the thing. I should keep that in there. But we actually now do not have... Yeah, we'll put back a mining belt, because we don't have a spot for our drill. There we go. All right. 44. Charge up. Oh, you know what I should do is also... Let's close all the doors. That way we can get the all the lights off. It'll save us a little bit more power. Not a lot. There's not a significant draw on those, but it's also going to give us all kinds of different pressure differentials. But that's fine. Yeah, speaking of that, we never did put the... I got to write that down. Periodically, I got to make a list of all the things I think of to do to the base, because I'll forget as we're working on other stuff. Is the... what was it? The digital valve with the passive vents in between. Over, like, say, like the doors, or, well, just in between the areas. So that way, even when you have the doors closed, it'll let it equalize the pressure in the base. Yeah, we'll just call it the pressure equalization system. And all right. And we don't need the light on right now. Let's pick a... so north and south supposedly is better for water. So we're going to start off in that way, because really I want to get some water. And one of these days maybe... just do a party where everybody comes on and we just tear apart these floating rocks. What do we got here? Iron, which we do not need. They could build a pyramid base, and then somebody will come out with a Stargate mod. And hopefully we should be able to get a decent amount. I do have the 50x mod on, so if we can find something besides coal and copper, which is or coal and iron, which is like the two things we have an abundance of. Da, 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 da. That looks like more stuff that we don't need. Iron, coal, iron. Oh, oxides. We'll definitely take the oxides. I'd like to find ice though, which that looks like that. I think. Oh, that might be ice. Really? That bag's full already. That's the good thing about there's the 50x mod. Let me see if that is ice. Because that's ice. I definitely want to grab that. It's probably silicone. Yes. Yeah, I find silicone all over the place. Don't find very much ice. Hopefully they'll... Oh, making a ball base. Oh, that would be kind of fun. Oh, look. You can actually see the base from quite a ways. I wonder if they changed the rendering distance on that. Really what I want to be gathering is a whole bunch of... Why aren't you picking that up? Oh, I guess the bag was full again. And... Yeah, which is nice because we don't have to... Okay, we got to try to keep these organized. It'd be nice if you could color the tool belts. Okay. I'm going to get 3 bags of this for now and then try to find copper, because copper is what we really need. And we pretty much know that if we come straight out, we're going to hit this deposit, so that's not bad. But really? More floating stuff? I guess so. Okay, so we should, that one? Yes. And now it'll be, oh, there's some gold. We'll grab that because we don't have a lot of gold. Yeah, it's probably all that's going to be there. Oh, volatiles. We will grab that too. Yes. Because we are getting kind of low on the volatiles. We're not using a ton of them, but we do need them, so. Okay. And we'll grab 2 bags of, or well, a bag and a half or so, I guess. That was weird. I could have swore I heard something behind me. And I think that's where I just was. Yes. That should be, yes. So we'll go back down this way. You know, it seems like you can kind of see a bit farther now. Oh, ice. Oh, very nice. Hopefully it's an actual deposit and not the one teaser one at the top. It looks like it's a teaser one. That figures. Yep. All right. Oh, we can change our back again. We'll go ahead and grab some lead. Not a whole bunch, because we don't use very much of it. Oxides, no. Come on, it'd be nice to find more ice. Looks like there's some stuff over here. And the copper, which is the main... Oh, copper. Very nice. Still want to find some ice. I'll say that that mod does make it a little cheaty. I think we already got that one. Oh, hit the wrong one. F. No, 5. But at least that way... Oh, look, shooting stars. I didn't know they had those in there. That was kind of neat. All right. So, I think we've actually filled up all the mining bags. Yes. Yes. Let's go through them real quick. Yeah, I discovered that on accident. I didn't realize you could open up the bags like you can with everything else by hitting the R key. So that's pretty nice because it gives it a way to check them real quick. Okay. So they're all full. And then more iron. That looks like ice. I really want the ice. We'll drop something. We'll drop some of the oxides. Oxides are all over the place. And it looks like that's just a teaser deposit as well. Why were you showing like you were evaporating? Actually, we'll drop the lead. Somehow. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, for here, yeah. Well, we'll find more. It's definitely the oxides are not hard to find. That looks like, is that more ice? Really? It's like now I'm finding ice everywhere. I want it mainly just because it's high in nitrogen. There we go. Oh, actually, you know what? We can drop that iron ore. We definitely do not need that iron ore. Again, just a teaser deposit. All right, let's get back, drop the stuff off, come back out again. Iron. That might actually be more ice down there. Random piece of floating dirt. All right, so which everybody's at the base anyway, and we'll run back through. Yeah, so if anybody hasn't seen it on the update notes for the last public update there, that was I believe today or yesterday, I'm not sure, since I'm on the beta branch. They have a picture of the docking that they're working on. Really? All right, we're going to keep an eye on which. That looks like the base, right? Okay, that's not the base. What is that? Oh, unless the track is the base really that big that the trackers. I guess it is. Oh yeah, because the tracker would be over there. Well, that's a random piece of dirt as well. Huh. Right, so where was it? It was basically right off over that way. Wow, so we went out that way and then looped around sort of this way. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll have some type of mining, you know, there's some way we can do, besides just the drill. But I don't know because, where there's actual physical deposits, it'd be nice if they, I guess a drone or something like that would work. Okay, so we're going to, first of all, not stand on the wrong side of that. We'll drop that there. I'm so glad we did this because now we can just dump stuff in as fast as we can. I think even trying, I didn't manage to overload it. Or it took me like 5 bags. Okay, that one should be empty. Oh, yes, we don't, yeah, let's not drop that stuff in there. And I should just store the mining bags out here. All right, let's see if we can find the other ones with the volatiles. Yes, that'll work. Okay, we're going to take that one back in. All right. It would be nice if you could just put like a mining bag in and basically just have it like count as dumping the mining bag out. Though thankfully they're not, that many slots, so it's not that bad. Okay, this one's empty, so put it back here. Oh, no problem. I'm just doing mining runs. And trying to stock up on some resources. Very nice. All right, and we'll go ahead and just dump that in there. Oops. Yes, there we go. Oxides. So this will be good. This will get us so I'll bring our oxygen and nitrogen back up. So that'll be worth it. Though I don't think there's any resource in the game that I have mined as much as oxides. I really hope they'll do a kind of like a rebalance pass at some point. Oops. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, we're below freezing now. I was gonna say, oh, we're standing in the sun, but that doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, you know what we should keep an eye out too is on silver, because I think we actually used all of the silver. Okay, 4. Yeah, definitely. This is where it'd be good to have the whole ore sorting and drop off system, because this isn't bad doing the ices. Though it would be nice to just be able to drop it all off in one location. But, now we gotta, if we want to drop off the other stuff, we gotta run inside. Oh, which one of those was empty? not that one. That one was. Okay. Trying not to have to go in and go through all the mining belts. There we go. Again. Yep, so we got that one. We got that one. And then and then nothing in that one. So we'll drop that one off as well. So those should all be empty. There we go. And then that should, and obviously it's going to be coming cold. And we'll walk around to the other side. Yeah, and definitely got to paint that at some point. I don't know. I'm thinking like just painting it white. I don't know. Might make it easier to see too. It is kind of very featureless though. I mean, I think I like it better than the blocks, but it'd be nice if it had some type of texture on it. But I'm sure that can always be added later on. And let's see if our airlock leaks or not. Oh, it's leaking again. Every single time we're going outside, it's leaking. There's obviously a bug in this version, or at least starting as of last version. Well, hopefully we have enough. Would like to got more ice, but really the main thing we needed was the copper. We did get a little bit of gold too. Oh yes, so yeah, the 12 variants of the cladding, paintable, largely cosmetic outer layer of the base, blocks sunlight but not atmosphere. So, and they only use one iron, so that's relatively cheap. Yeah, there was a yeah, the flags, that's the other thing they added. But still, it's only 2 times the distance. So, like I said, I think I'd just take a portable, because, you know, take up a portable solar charger. Air unlock bug. Yeah, well, at least we know that restarting it seems to fix it, but I'll have to see if there's a report on that. I'm assuming there probably is. It's usually one of the first things that gets reported is, hey, airlocks are leaking again. And, yeah, there we go. Now we're pressurizing. Yep, that's all it seems to take. I don't get what it is. So why are we at... Is it... Did it reverse again? Okay. We're just going to do that. We'll go inside. And the temperature's coming up, so it's not leaking. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's the other way to tell. Because if we're leaking, yeah, it is coming up. Though I would think the pressure would be higher. though. We do have it separated. No, we do have a return in. Oh, the returns aren't on in here. Oh, yeah, they are. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust the friggin' thing. It doesn't seem like it's coming up fast enough. I have a sneaky suspicion that that's still leaking, but the temperature is coming up, so it shouldn't be. Yeah, I would say that that's still leaking. Yeah, they could have fixed those. It's the exterior door only for some reason. We'll try, if we go out again, we'll try going out the other airlock. Well, there's a good way to lose all the oxide that we just mined. Okay, let's go throw this back. No, thank you. And can we just pull, whoa! Really? Are we getting that much of a... Yes. And yeah, naked dead guys on the floor. Alright. So, anyway, this should be enough copper to last us for a while, hopefully. And a little bit of gold. Oh, and now he's a skeleton again. Well. Oh, not that one. Alright. So, I guess we're gonna... Yeah, we'll try going out the other end. I'm just gonna go ahead and refine that one. Just to get a little bit more made up. We'll run the smelter. So, there's some copper, iron. Yeah, we've got a bit of gold too. We got way more coal than we need. I mean, that'll definitely be good for making steel, but still, that's way more coal than we need. Yeah, iron, lead. We're gonna have to get some silver because we won't be able to make any more electric. We need silver and nickel and some of the rare ones, which we could go now, but we don't really need any alloys right now, so we'll probably hold off on that. I think we're gonna run out and do the whole mine up. We're gonna clear out underneath that area where we're. Oh, put a door outside the airlock. That is. Might be able to do that. And just in case, it's not gonna matter. Oh look, yeah, we're again. Oh, okay. I guess it's because of the ices. I was gonna say the temperature in our radiator tank is again lower than the temperature outside, but oh, our radiator is actually lower than the temperature outside, which that's kind of weird. Yeah, that is kind of weird. I can see that because we're dropping ices. Well, no, it still that still shouldn't. That's the only pollution. No, so it shouldn't. These have probably dropped. Yeah. So unfortunately, which is going to chill off the base, which we've basically gotten almost no nitrogen, but we've gotten, well, most of the oxygen's coming through the system, and these kicked. Oh, that's right. We loaded the save. And we'll let those two run. We definitely need those two to run. All right, let's go out here. So my thought is we'll dig out underneath the blocks for a while for the expansion, and I think we still have some more frames down there, so we can put some frames around. Because obviously I don't want to dig, thicker than where the wall's going to go. Because that's what we need is big holes around the outside of the base. What is our... Oh, not bad. All right. Yeah, I'm wondering what we're actually at for oxygen now that we keep losing it. Yeah, strangely enough, it's only the outside. The inside one seems to be fine. And no, I'm guessing I put all the frames on the inside. Ugh. Oh, I guess that's still processing through. Yeah. All right, that's fine. All right, so, oh, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, because we made it so we could walk on all these. Not over here, though. We'll get underneath from here. That'll work. And we'll just randomly pick a spot. Why not? Yeah, I'm glad it's not. This isn't one of those things like, you know, we get a ton of gravel. I think there was a mod too that I did see that somebody made that. Well, there's a fast mining one that as long as you're not, I think as long as you're not mining the, makes all the ores. Yeah, no, I don't think it does what I think it does. If I remember correctly, it mines all the ores the same speed as the iron. I can't remember now. I looked at it and well, it's combined. The same author makes a mod. Okay, the same author makes a mod that does. There we go. Let's get that a little bit there. What is that? Just random sounds. Okay. Yeah, it makes a mod that makes all the ores the same as he rebalances it so their spawn rates are the same as iron. Huh. I wonder if maybe we'll do something with that later on. But he's also got another mod that increases the mining speed. And I want to say I can't remember if it's of the dirt or of the ore. It's one or the other. So basically helps it make it a little bit faster. And yeah, I am going to make this deeper than one block. I'm just kind of getting it started. Because it is nice that if you do hold it steady, then we can just do this. Which this means if we did get it to the correct height, we could just, you know, we could just leave it dirt. And I keep going one too far. Hey, unexpected. Okay, yeah, we'll get this. Yeah, this one's nothing too excited. We did a little mining run, and I've been fighting with airlocks. But I figured we'll get some of this dug in. That way we can break this up a little bit. I'll probably do more of this off camera too, just so you guys don't watch me like dig dirt for an hour next stream or something. Since this is gonna take a while on this. That is a good point. We could do that. Yeah, we could have a staircase come down and wrap around the backside, maybe with the airlock there. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to do that because the oh, I was gonna do it on the other side. That's right. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about at least putting windows there, so it kind of like look at that. We got one little divot in the floor. Luckily, we need to go deeper anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the yeah, I'll probably at least put windows there because I'm thinking about putting it on the other side next to where the staircase is. That way, we're not walking around the base just to get to the door. I don't know. I'll have to see because maybe it, you know, it, in case that door doesn't work out where I was planning on doing it. All right, and we should be able to go quite a ways over this way because we have the other blocks too. So we shouldn't accidentally cut out into the side. Hey, Berbert. Ah, there we go. And hey, look, stuff. I'm hoping they'll add some more lights soon. As much as I like our little street light, which, kind of took forever to set up. Oh, yep. See, that's what I didn't want to do, is put a hole on the side of the base. Okay, so we'll come down right here. Which we could always extend that out a little bit anyway. But I'd rather not. I'm really hoping we do get some terrain tools at some point. I mean, it'd be nice to have a fill tool. That would be really nice. It would be nice to have like a leveling tool, even if it does even if it's one tool that just does fill and level, then that would be fine. Though I guess I'll have to use some magical resource since we don't actually collect anything from mining. The dirt. Okay. Oh, and I think I did go a little too low there. All right. Well, this is only the first level, but we'll see what this looks like. And I'll have to see, because, oh, that's right. No, we dropped it. So we're going to change that. Because I had put that step down, but we don't actually need that now. Since, we're going to end up making this whole thing the landing pad on top. Which hopefully they don't do something like where they at some point make like the frame box weaker or something, and the next thing we know is we go to land the ship on it or something and it busts through or something. Kind of like light armor blocks versus heavy armor blocks in Stationeers. Or not Stationeers, Space Engineers. Yes, there we go. This is Stationeers. Let's see here. And, yeah. No, I was just saying how you don't really get, like, dirt as a resource. As something that you can... But they could do without it. I mean, Planet Nomads is you have a level and fill tool, and it doesn't. You don't have to have dirt to use it. Basically, it's one of those fun things versus what's kind of realistic. Which in cases like that, because that's the last thing I want to do is I don't want to have, which I'm guessing it would have to be like show up as an ore, because I doubt they're gonna put it in a tank. Okay. There we go. And we should be able to just come down here. Yeah, unfortunately, we filled all those. Oh, it is kind of hitting it a little bit. Yeah, I think it's easier. I think it's easier just to unweld those and then pull that out. Though actually, half the time I'll usually just weld it and don't even worry about it, because unless we actually have to open it back up to run wiring in, it's not going to make any difference if the dirt's in there. Yeah, I do like the idea of connecting this section down here with the basement on the other, like where the battery room is. So we'll definitely have to see about digging a tunnel down there to do that. Shh. I don't want to hear that. That is a good point, though. Yeah. Well, you know what? We could pull up all the solar panels and just make the base taller. That's a lot of solar panels to pull up. It actually really wouldn't be that bad. I mean, we'd go through a ton of wiring, but we go through a ton of wiring anyway. I had actually thought about putting the solar panels on like towers, mounting the blocks sideways, mounting them sideways, and then it would just, but then you would be, I mean, granted, thankfully things don't like decay or break in the game, so it wouldn't be that bad. I'm just thinking, there's no hover in the jetpack yet, which is, again, would be a really nice feature. So it'd be a matter of, as you build it, it'd be kind of a pain. I think you would have to do at least 3 blocks because you would need a floor, a room, and, you'd have to have something like this. I think that's your minimum, basically, is a floor, a ceiling, and your walls. So you're not going to get any shorter than that. And I don't know if the landing gear is, because we haven't really looked at any of the ship stuff, which I kind of wanted to do, but there's no way to, as far as I know yet, still, is to do the cores. And I was afraid if I just build it, I don't know if you need to start with the core. Because especially if we're building it like on these, I don't want to be, if we add the core in afterward, how's it going to differentiate? What's the ship and what's the station? So we might have to build it off of the pad whenever we can eventually build it and then bring it over here. I don't know. I haven't really looked too much into the ships. I'm just waiting for them to get into survival. Now, why are you mining there? Fine, but you don't want to mine on the ceiling. Okay, so that's basically like 1 block back. Oh, yes, of course, right there. That would, yep. Well, we definitely need to bring these down deeper anyway, so not really that big of a deal. All right, and we'll go ahead and, oh, look, is that nickel? Oh, really, nickel. Okay. Well, there's a reason I kept the mining bag on me. It's actually something we need because we actually have no nickel. Oh, come on. I like that the smallest holes the guy can like barely walk out of. There we go. I was doing pretty good until I get down to the end, and then I start putting all kinds of divots. And again, it doesn't matter because we still have to dig deeper anyway. But, and we still have all this. So there's a, come on, right? Yep, come on. Now we could put some windows on this side. Because if this is open up, that's the sun side though too. I kind of like having some windows, but again, then that's, if we're doing machines, that's space we lose to put machines on and stuff. And then obviously we gain heat from it as well. So maybe one of these days we'll actually have like a UV coated window so we don't get solar gain from them. But that's kind of high tech because we can't get a spring loaded trigger on our welders either. So it might be a little bit more complicated. The mining tool, it always has. It's never been like, that's just the way it's always been, and it does not take. Oh, this also is a nuclear battery, so that's it's gonna, it doesn't consume a lot anyway, but I put a nuclear battery in it just so I don't have to pretty much ever worry about changing the battery in it. I do periodically. Actually, I don't think I've ever actually changed this. I think this is the first nuclear battery I put in here. Watch, is that? Oh, look, ice. That's kind of funny. I laugh if there's a giant deposit of ice right here. As much as I run around and like have trouble finding ice. That actually might be a deposit there because it is it's not on the surface, so usually it seems like the teaser deposits are kind of only on the surface. And how are we? Oh, we got one more block to go over here. Yeah, so and let me see the coal, which I don't want. We have way too much coal. I'm thinking about just kicking in the coal generator just to burn coal. I mean, we're kind of low on power anyway, so. And then we'll dump it into the batteries. It's not like we're going to lose any of it. We will capture it all. But especially since we've been kind of running a little low. And which hopefully once the base is heated up and yeah, I think it's basically just the wall heaters really. And come on, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking about the RTVs last night, or the RTGs, sorry, and yeah, they're probably not really worth it for the. I mean, granted, it's a constant out, which would not, be a bad thing to have a few of them, just so we get, some power coming in at night. But with the cost of them, I mean, they're what, equivalent to 8 solar panels, so that's. But they're, for resource wise, at least as that mod has it set up, is they're quite a bit more. It's the space burritos I had earlier. I can't help it. All right, so this one, I guess, which I didn't bring the tools out with me, but we're gonna, I guess, we'll raise all this up to be the same height, since now we're not going to use that as the floor, and this is going to be the ceiling. I have to fill this in too a little bit. And it still kind of sucks that I hit that spot right there. Oh, okay, Babert. Well, thanks for stopping in on the stream. Actually, now that we have those base cladding panels, then maybe we can run some, rounded ones or something along the edge, and then it'll stick it out enough that it's not, it'll cover anything like that. And I kind of want to put some windows there, but it's gonna be like up on the ceiling. And trim this back just a little bit. All right. And if we do the door, I should probably do from outside. See, there's the stairs. And I think I'll put the door there or there. I don't know. Maybe we will do the door on that side. Though that's not really that big of a crevice. If it was over there where the giant one is, then that would be kind of cool to have it come down on a catwalk and have, like, you know, a big pit right there. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. We just collected some copper and oxides and various ices and stuff. And then the airlocks have been leaking constantly. So that's nice. We probably basically lost the equivalent to all the oxide that we gathered. You know, so one of those days. Um, oh, now it wants to mine it, sort of, kind of. Yeah, it's still not. A little bit better, I guess. Yeah, all right. I'm not going to worry about that. So we'll have. I mean, this will be pretty decent size. I think this will probably get off work pretty good for the ore sorting because I figured we're gonna run lines down and maybe we can run one down on one side and one down on the other. Or maybe we'll do the sorting down one side and then come over to furnaces on the other side and then put the furnaces behind the glass and let them, you know, be outside or whatever. Yeah, I might have to do that for now. Um, Especially since I don't think there's usually. Well, I might get a couple bug fixes tomorrow or tonight, basically. But then if they don't get it now, then it's not going to be taken care of until probably, you know. Um, that was funny. I was like, oh, look, they added a moon. And then I realized it was the tank. It's like the moon's rising or setting. Now it's rising. That's kind of funny. I was surprised that there was shooting stars. That was kind of a nice little touch. Yeah, probably we could just depressurize the base again. Which we're probably going to have to do it. Well, if we seal all this up and we have the other airlock door in, then I guess if we do it intelligently enough, we could do it without, you know, uh, depressurizing the base. Though we're probably going to need a lot more oxides again. We're going to need a lot more oxygen and a lot more nitrogen. I'm thinking about going through it and messing with the world settings again and just really increasing like the oxygen um, moles in the atmosphere just so we can get some actual nitrogen because there's no way to get the amounts that you need in the game. Um, you know, even if we just collect, you know, as much ice as possible, still, you know, not to get to a 20-80% mix. Which if we got to a 20 to 80% mix, then we would probably have more than enough oxygen. The problem is we don't really ever have any nitrogen, so we're always running. I don't know if I can do it on individual resources. I think it's a global. I can basically just increase the ore density. I think that's the only setting I've got. Unless they changed it. They were talking about adding customizations for the worlds, but I haven't seen anything in the beta notes yet that's saying that they've actually started that. Um, I mean, I could just increase the overall ore density, you know, and then we could just go find ice, and then I could either just turn it back down or not really care. What ore bins with the way to fill them from? Oh, you talking about for the on here? Um, oh, and I guess we got an autosave. Um, then yeah, yeah, I do want to have a way to drop the resources off from outside and then come in and either I think what I want to do is drop the resources off, have them sorted, and then they'll go through a stacker. So it'll stack them all up to 50. So no matter what we drop in, it'll stack them to 50. Um, and then it can go into a chute, I'm assuming, which we can kind of use as storage. So instead of just dropping them on the ground, um, and we can just have like a chute, that we could fill up, especially like if we have the ore drop off on one side, we have like furnaces on the other, or like, ore sortings on this end and then down at the other end, because we'll have those whole chute links um, to to fill up to use basically as storage space, since we don't really have any storage for solids. Um, and then after we refine it, we basically do the kind of like the same thing. Um, we could probably just run them through a stacker. I mean, honestly, we could just store everything in one ingot, and then but I have to see for that, because I want to see how much automation we can do for the stackers, um, which I think you can do a bit on those. I know there's a way that we can set it so that when we call an ingot, it'll send us however many, like if we say, give me an ingot, then it'll give us an ingot. And if I remember correctly, if we tell it to give us like 10 ingots, then we could basically use a logic circuit to change the sorter to output 10, um, and then let it run, basically turn on the power, have it output, and then it would give it to us. I'm thinking that's how I'm thinking it would work. Um, but we'll have to see once we get into it. Yeah, that was my thought. Yeah, is we'll have a stacker at the end of the line. The ingots will go into it. We'll have it set to like, some really high number. I mean, I don't know if there's a max on it or not, but whatever the max we can do. And then when we call for, say, I tell it I want, 50 gold ingots, then what it'll do is it'll drop it down to 50, turn the machine on, it outputs, turns the machine off, and turns the number back up again. It's kind of how I thinking we would automate that. It's the only really way I can think to do it right now. Yeah, yep. And yeah, I think we're gonna probably do something like that. But I know, yeah, I don't have to check, because I believe, if I remember correctly, the computer has a sorter. There's a logic chip for the sorting, I believe. So I'll have to look into that too. And I'm assuming that's not broken with because I believe that's a different chip than the logic chip. Yeah. So we'll see from there. And how are we going to get out? Actually, I guess we can just jump out. And yeah, I got to see. Oh, I guess we can grab that while we're here. That's that one I dropped yesterday. I know. I wish we had I'd like to find just. I'm hoping they add some more features. I mean, because it's kind of. Which right now we're kind of a hodgepodge of the moon and Mars, but and we do get some really craters and big craters and stuff now. But it would be nice to have like this isn't too bad. That's kind of interesting. But it would be nice to have. Oh, I thought that was an ore there. It would be nice to have like big canyons and stuff, so that build a base in the side of it, or have it open up into it or something. I mean, everything's kind of gradual, and we don't have any sharp protrusions or something, so it'd be kind of neat if they do some stuff like that. But obviously that's probably more beta stuff, um, or even alpha. I think we're still considered pre-alpha, aren't we? Are we considered pre-alpha or alpha? I don't remember which. Um, yeah, so we'll raise this up, drop it down. We don't need those there now. We can get rid of those. Yeah, well, this one I was gonna have. This was the one that was gonna have the guardrail on it, which I might just come out all the way to here and just continue the guardrail straight across. It'd probably look better than having the kind of notch there with no point. But no, what I was looking at is if we put, so I kind of like left that in line with the airlock so we can kind of run down here. So maybe what I will do is we'll do a staircase coming down and then wrapping around here, and we can have a door going in. I don't know if I want to come all the way over to this corner though, because that's kind of, oh, you know what? I probably will, because if we do another battery room, which, you know what? We could do a battery room underneath this, because we could have a door in here that comes into here, and then we're only running our cable to the closest AC, which is over there. So, and then that'll let us, this battery room, which we can, extend out this way as far as we need towards that side of the base, can have the transformers for this section, because obviously we're going to need wall heaters, we're going to need the wall heaters and all the machines and stuff like that. We're going to need to set up, another atmospheric circuit. We might be able to tie into the one on the, no, where it's a separate building. We'll want it separate. We'll have a whole separate circuit over there. We'll just duplicate that massive circuit and use that kind of same setup again to control the heating and cooling and whatnot in there, unless we end up having some inner, if we have an open hallway, then it would make sense. But otherwise it's, I don't know, if it's on the same air supply and whatnot, then I guess we could have it on the same circuit. That's actually nice, because all the gases are centrally located besides this side and that side. So that'll work out pretty good. All right, well, I'm going to run back in here now. Oh, here? Yeah, there's going to be, there'll be a tunnel running. And I think we might run it underneath here. So we'll have a tunnel running underneath that's going to tie into that staircase over on that side. And then maybe what we'll do is we can glass in this, I don't know, maybe. I don't know, it's not really like all that impressive. I mean, if there was like a big crater here or something, then maybe I would leave some glass on the side, so you kind of look through it, be like, ooh, look, crater, And let me guess, this is going to pressurize? Well, this one seems to be working fine. So I don't get it. It just seems to be that one airlock. And we've tried, I think I tried maybe, I pulled up the door yesterday. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, we're obviously not having, the pressure is climbing fine, temperature is going fine. Toxins. Oh no. We shouldn't have anything that's maybe a little, oh, we probably have some CO2. Yeah, because it was leaking. that's the bad thing about actually having an atmosphere outside. So if it ever leaks, then even though we're losing pressure, it does actually bring it back in. Huh. Well, at least with this door closed, it's not leaking, so that's good. And we'll go ahead and leave our helmet up, because that is a little high. I think it's supposed to be below 6%, I believe. Or is it? Let's say 6%. I'm not 100% positive. Oh, and we have that nickel we picked up. Oh, we picked up the... Oh, I could have dropped the ice off when I was out there. That's all right. As long as we don't pull it out of the bag, it won't melt anyway. We'll just have to remember that that is there. And what we'll do is I'll put it up in here. All right. Thank you. I'm going to see. And did we use all those frames yesterday? I could have swore we had some... on this side. Yeah, well, what I'm going to do is here. So on here, we're going to put a door and have the tunnel run off. And then, because this will get us to below. I think it's, no, actually floor, yeah, floor's right there. So there's 1, 2, yeah. And then that should put us about, well, actually we could probably do 1 up. Probably do here. Because if we did 2 blocks high and we've raised it up 1 block, then this should be the same level. But the thought is that this would run off to the other one. I do kind of like having it down here though, just because we know we're not going to hit any pipes or wiring or anything at this level. I think up here potentially, I think we should be all right, because I don't believe I've run anything. I know we've got some stuff over there, which is out of the way. We've got some stuff here. Underneath the pipes where they come over and around, and same thing with the wiring. But it's, I think we're low enough that we wouldn't hit them. I don't know. That's the thing is I don't want to go through and be digging a tunnel all the way across, and then, well, I guess we could always just move the pipe down over and up on the floor if we need to. So, but yeah, my thought is either put, which, that, how far do we get? 1, 2, let's see. So there's lined up there. We've got, so 3 would line up with the stairs. 4, there's the side. 5, stairs, wait a minute. Okay, stairs. Yeah, that one lined up with the stairs, which we're going to go, yeah, we'd want to be there because the outside, unless we push the back wall out farther. So we wouldn't line up here. Which we could always put a bend in the tunnel if we needed to, because that would put us, I think, like right here. It's either here or here, which is on the stairs. So it's not really going to work. But, you know, we could have, you know, I could change this landing out to be like 4 by, you know, 2 by 2 or something, and have a door going off. So, you know, we can kind of go over and swing around the stairs to the other side if we need to or something. You know, but we'll work on that. I mean, we'll probably start off on that side, dig our way over to here, and then, you know, kind of expand it. And, you know, maybe we'll do, I mean, I was thinking about just like a 1 by hallway, you know, because it's going to be kind of like more of like a service corridor sort of thing look to it. Because I figure we'll run all the pipes down it as well, and then we'll have the main electrical line running down it. So I don't think, you know, unless we do a hallway like this, which might be a bit overkill, though probably not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, I'm going to call it good for this episode. We're about an hour and a half in. And I've got to get to bed. I've got work tomorrow. Um, and we're going to pretty much. So I'll probably try to drill or mine out the rest of that rock off camera. And that's probably it. And then I was gonna say I might smelt up some of the copper and stuff, but that doesn't take very long, so we can just do that real quick. Yeah, and I'll get some of that cleared out, and I should probably. I think it looks like we've used up all the frames, so which we're gonna have to actually smelt up some steel as well. So maybe we'll smelt up some copper, smelt up some steel. I don't know, it seems like our power is coming back up too, which is nice. And it looks like I believe the sun is setting, so that's not bad. We're hitting 82% as the sun sets. So it's better, you know. And I think that's still with the heaters running. So definitely an improvement. But all right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, and I should be doing a stream or two of Stationeers tomorrow. I'll try, like I said, I'll probably try to get some prep work done, and I might do a stream of Hellion tomorrow as well. We'll see. But all right, well, this is Mickey D. This is episode 92, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good night.